Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverly and it is lovely to see you today. In this video we're going to be talking about why I prefer oracle cards for divination, so grab a cup of tea and let's get to it. I'm somebody who loves a bit of divination. I'm a witchy witch and I love using things in order to find out what's to come or in order to answer questions. Mostly it's answer questions or to see how my day is going to go, and I love doing this so much. I've been doing it now for about 5 years, something like that, but I've always kind of dabbled in divination, but I didn't know what I was doing. So my first ever pack that I bought, my first ever divination tool, was this Messages from Your Angels deck that I bought from Waterstones when I was at university, so about 20 years ago. It's a really nice deck. I would say that now I probably wouldn't choose this over other kinds. I'm just not a big... oh, and it's upside down. Okay. My shuffling needs work, clearly. But I do like the fact that it has different angels. They have a little message on there. But I'm not a huge fan of lots of writing on the card. I'm much more of a fan of just the picture and then I can take from it what I will. But this was the first ever pack that I bought, and I think back then I was kind of lost and searching for my way, and this seemed like best way to get that. I wanted to be able to hear from my angels. I was Christian and I wanted to be able to have a closer connection to my guardian angel, and so I bought these from a bookshop, and I don't think I ever used them when I was at university, I'll be honest, but I have kept hold of them ever since, and I have occasionally used them for divination, but I wouldn't turn to them. They're not my favourite. But it just goes to show that for a long time I knew what my path was, but I kind of shied away from it. I was a little bit scared, and I think a lot of us feel that way when we're starting our journey. It's scary. You don't quite know where to turn. A lot of spiritual paths have been muddied and changed and kind of broken down by human interaction. I think for me, the creator, God, goddess, whatever, I call them God because I grew up saying God, but the creator, source energy, whatever, the universe, they have given us many paths to find them, from all the different religions to being omnists like me, witchcraft, paganism. Like, there's so much choice out there, and I do think in this day and age of the internet and being completely able to buy and find out whatever you need to know about all these different faiths, it's a little bit overwhelming and it's a little bit much, and that's why divination is great, because you can find a little bit of an answer through the madness of human religions. There's that straight off answer to a question that you're putting out there. Some people prefer tarot, some people prefer oracle cards. For me, it's always been oracle cards, and this video is about why. Wow, that was a really long ramble. So the first reason why I love oracle cards the most is because they're so different. Like, you can get anything from Harry Potter cards to fairies, angels, gods and goddesses, moons. You can get some that just have affirmations or colours on them, some that have poems on them, some that have very simple answers, and some that are just a picture and take from it what you will. That's a great thing. It's wonderful to know that there's so much choice out there and it's so catered to you. If you're a big Harry Potter fan, buy some Harry Potter ones. I'm sure there are Marvel ones or comic book ones, and I'm sure most fandoms have some kind of oracle card to go along with them. These sets are made to be used by you, and there's so many different ones out there. For myself, I have the Angels one that I told you about. I also have this one, which is Queen of the Moon Oracle. I have a video reviewing this pack and doing like a little walkthrough, so it's a beautiful pack. This is probably my favourite one. I also have Oracle of the Fairies, which I think I also have a walkthrough video of. I will leave links to these down below. And Sacred Earth Oracle. Actually, I might have walkthrough review of all of these, apart from the Angels one. But as I buy them, I tend to do a little video about it because I think it's good to review things. I do have a whole playlist of reviews that I've done, so go and check them out. I will link in all the places. But as you can see, just looking at my personal choices, they're very different. One's angels, one's fairies. They all are very grounded in the artwork, which I love. But it just shows that for every situation, there is an oracle card. And those are not actually all my oracle cards, so I'm going to show you the ones that I use for my everyday. So one of the first packs that I ever bought was called Spiritual Bird. I actually threw the book and the box and everything away, so it just sits there like this. These are beautiful. I love these. So it gives you a word, a picture, and a little bit of a blurb underneath. I love these to just pull out for that day. And I just look at the picture and read intuitively what I think it's trying to tell me for that day. And then there's a magazine called Spirit and Destiny. I don't know if you read it, but occasionally I will get it for myself. And I have the next two were free in that. So the first one is about aligning with your chakras. You get a chakra for the day, you get a little affirmation and something that you should do, an action to do for that day. These are beautiful, so easy to read, and I just wanted something that would guide me to a chakra to maybe do a meditation for that day. Sometimes I might choose to wear the colour of the chakra that day. They do guide me quite a lot and I enjoy that. I love also that it gives me a little affirmation for the day because I'm not great at coming up for them for myself. And then the last one is this Archangel one, and it comes with an Archangel symbol, a picture, and then a little message from the angel, and they're all very different. They're colourful. I love them so much. And these are my everyday 3 packs that I just kind of gravitate towards and just pull one card from each for the day. They work really, really well, and I enjoy just grabbing, you know, my everyday packs and just getting a message. And you will find that the more you work with your oracle cards or tarot cards or whatever, the more your energy goes into them and the more accurate they will be. The next reason is why I love the picture-based oracle cards, and that's because you can use your intuition to read them. Tarot has everything has a meaning. All the symbols, each card has a meaning. Every symbol inside that card has a meaning. It's very much by the book, and I struggle with that. I don't like a lot of rules when it comes to reading tarot cards. When it comes to reading cards in divination, I like to be connected to my spirit guide and to just read from my intuition, and I love that. I love the fact that I can pull a card from my oracle cards and it will have a picture, and I can ignore all the writing and get a different message each time from that picture. It's not got hard and fast rules, and that is wonderful. It really helped me when I first started this journey and I needed to connect more with my intuition. Just using the cards and reading intuitively instead of going to the white book that comes with them or reading some tarot guidebook. I found that a really great way of just practicing and learning. It very much grounded me with my intuition, and I'm really good at reading with my intuition. So even if you're not great at connecting with your intuition and connecting with that feeling inside you, oracle cards are great for that, especially the ones that are just a picture or just a word. They're great because they don't give you a lot of information, and so you just read from what you see. And if you would like me to do a whole video about how I read just with my intuition instead of being told what to read, I can do that. Let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. So if that's something you would like to see in a future video, just let me know. The next thing I love is that you can use them as part of your altar decorations. I don't have my altar set up yet, but when I do, I think I'm going to use these. What I love about these Queen of the Moon cards, I might buy another pack of them just for this, but each one is part of the moon. So this one is waning gibbous. So, and it has like that moon phase in it, and it's so beautiful. So I am tempted to say it's waning gibbous on that day, to hold up that card and put it on my altar for that day, and so I can connect with that. And look how beautiful they are. Some of these cards are just stunning, and these are my favorite because you get a little card, a little word. This one says focus, but I can read from just seeing the picture, and that's what I love. But yeah, you can use cards like this on your altar as a little decoration, and I think that's wonderful. I think it's a really great way of just bringing these oracle cards. Is beautiful. I mean, the artwork on them sometimes is stunning, and so it's a great way to use it as part of your altar. By the way, I am going to be actually making this top area into my altar at some point soon, so I will be doing a video about that. So if you want to see that, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button, because that is coming to the channel very soon. That's another thing that I love, that you can use them in so many ways. Like you can pull a card, like you can use them to pull a card every day, or you can use them to decorate on your altar. You can use them in spreads just like a tarot card. You can use them to read for other people. You can use them to inspire your day, like I sometimes dress with the colour that I pull for that day. There's so many different ways that you can use them, and that's what I find so inspiring about oracle cards, and why I love that there's so many different kinds out there on the market, because you can use them in so many different ways. You can even like put them in a frame and stick them on the wall if you want. You can use them as artwork on the wall. I just love that so much, and I think that's why I use it so much in my daily practice, a lot more than I do tarot cards, because tarot cards feel much more restrictive and business-like to me. I suppose if I was going to do like a divination type business, I would use that because it's businessy to me, like reading tarot, whereas oracle cards are a bit more free and easy, and I like that. I could be wrong, but it's just the feeling that I get, and that's okay. You know, if you think differently to me, let me know down in the comments, because yeah, I just love listening and hearing from other practitioners. So let me know what you think. I think they're a wonderful, wonderful present. I think if you know somebody is a tarot card reader, or they are dabbling in witchcraft, or they're starting a spiritual journey, it's a wonderful way to help that person because of the artwork on them being so beautiful, because of the fact that they can be used in so many ways. It's a lot more personal. You can find the exact type of oracle card to fit that exact person. Whereas I think tarot cards have this whole mystique and mystifying quality about them, and they're seen more as rigidly something witchy. So I think that you can actually give them as a present to people who are in other faiths. Say for example, you could give angel cards to somebody who's a Christian, that sort of thing. You can find so many ways to use them and give them as gifts. I think that's really wonderful. You know, it's coming up to Christmas, so if you're struggling for something to buy someone, but you know they're kind of a bit interested and maybe ask you a lot of questions about your faith, why not buy them some oracle cards? There are so many out there, and I will definitely leave links to all the ones that you can buy down below if I can find them. There'll be affiliate links, but that's okay. It just means that I get a little bit of money back every time you buy using my link, but it's no extra cost to you, and it just helps me keep this channel going. So definitely have a look in the description. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helped you learn a little bit more about why I love oracle cards, and maybe open your mind up to different ways to use oracle cards, or even made you think, oh, hold on a minute, that sounds quite cool. I might buy myself an oracle card. Who knows? I really hope that you enjoyed it anyway and got something out of it. If you did, head down there and leave it a cheeky little like, so I know that you enjoyed it and I can bring more content like this to my channel. I used to bring a lot more tarot and oracle card content to the channel, and I kind of stopped. I'm not sure why, but if you'd like to see it back, leave me a like, leave me a comment down there. Let me know what you want to see on the channel, how you use your oracle cards, if you prefer tarot, all the things. Just let me know all the things, because I love talking to you all. It's so wonderful to have somewhere where I can speak my voice out and where you can get to know me a bit better. And I just love including you in the channel, so definitely let me know if you would like to see anything. And lastly, while you're here sitting there watching my channel, enjoying my content, liking my face, maybe you should head down and hit that subscribe button. I am in the 900s, I cannot believe it. Hello to all the new people who have joined the channel. It's so lovely to see you. Pull up a chair and a cup of tea, and yeah, you're more than welcome here. If you want to stick around and not miss any of my content, I post about vintage fashion, spirituality and disability awareness. So if you're interested in any of those topics, hit that little subscribe button, ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, my health permitting. I always do my very best to be here every week, twice a week. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you got something out of it and that you are enjoying your day. If you are thinking of having a bit of a chill day, why not hit on this playlist that I put together for you, put your feet up, grab a cup of tea and have a lovely time with me. I really hope that you will. I hope you're having a really, really wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.